Tipu Sultan, sometimes referred to as the Tiger of Mysore, was a powerful Indian emperor who ruled from 1750 till 1799. His reign spanned the years 1750 to 1799. He was born in Devanahalli, India, and his father, Sultan Hyder Ali of Mysore, was the ruler of Mysore at the time. In India, he fought several wars against the British and the Marathas, and he was known for his bravery, determination, and ability as a ruler. Tipu Sultan was profoundly shaped by the lessons that were passed down to him by his father, who was a powerful warrior and a forward-thinking monarch. The Sultan Hyder Ali inspired his son to read and educate himself via the study of the writings of famous historians and intellectuals. Tipu Sultan honed his skills in military strategy, diplomacy, and politics thanks in large part to the mentorship he received from him. Tipu Sultan joined his father on his first military campaign against the British in the First Anglo-Mysore War when he was 15 years old. The conflict was between Mysore and the British. He was able to win his father's respect as well as the adoration of his fellow troops by demonstrating his value as a fighter. Over the course of the following decade, he established himself as a capable leader by participating in a number of conflicts against the British, the Marathas, and other competing kingdoms. Tipu Sultan was a brilliant tactician who devised original strategies for his army to use, which contributed to his success in a number of conflicts. He was one of the first Indian monarchs to deploy rockets in combat, and he taught his troops how to use them effectively. Because his strategies were so successful, he was able to prevent many British invasions of Mysore during his reign. Tipu Sultan was not just a strong military leader, but also a visionary ruler who brought about numerous reforms in Mysore. He is remembered for both of these achievements. He was a benefactor to the arts and literature and was instrumental in fostering the growth of the culture in the area. Throughout his realm, he was responsible for the construction of a number of spectacular palaces, mosques, and gardens. In addition to this, he opened new commercial marketplaces and expanded trading links with neighboring kingdoms. Tipu Sultan was a passionately devoted follower of Islam and worked tirelessly to further the religion's cause. He was a strong supporter of the propagation of Islamic doctrine and was responsible for the construction of a number of mosques and madrasas around his realm. In addition to this, he founded an Islamic university in the city of Mysore, which attracted students and teachers from all across the Indian subcontinent. Tipu Sultan was a contentious figure despite the numerous accomplishments he had under his belt. Because he opposed the British and the Marathas, he made a lot of enemies, and those who opposed him accused him of being a tyrant and a zealot. In spite of this, he was a product of his day, and his behavior is illustrative of the political and social climate that prevailed in India throughout the 18th century. Tipu Sultan was a wonderful guy who courageously controlled Mysore, and he strove to protect the independence of his kingdom against the British and the Marathas in India. In conclusion, Tipu Sultan was a great man who ruled Mysore. He embodied the spirit of resistance that encouraged many people living during his time to rebel against the colonial tyranny of the British. In the annals of Indian history, he will be remembered as a brilliant warrior, a king with a clear vision, and a supporter of India's artistic and literary traditions.